My wife and I started an Advent neighborhood get-together last year. Soup, wine, bread, cheese, poetry, stories, hymns, and children bellowing. It was a eucharist of sorts, but more with an ancient turn to honoring both the light in the darkness and the darkness itself. Due to COVID, this will not be happening this year. So I'm attempting to put that spirit of what I experienced in that neighborhood Advent get-together into a Contemplify Advent series. Something not too churchy, but more in line with the wonder of seeing a coyote's hideout in my neighborhood park, or the clang of mysteries, one hand clapping, while the other hand tries not to spill the wine. I trust you already know where to receive the traditional Advent fare and those blessed gospel texts that nestle in and embrace the Advent season. Consider this your Backporch Advent outpost, a slipping out of doors to howl in the darkness and toast the light. Hey everyone, it's Paul, and this is Contemplify, where we seek to kindle the examined life for contemplatives in the world. I've asked a few friends to stop by and offer a few words. In this first Advent outpost, I begin with a story and reflection. Then I pass the mic to the poet Todd Davis, who shares a poem from his book, In the Kingdom of the Ditch, and contemplative teacher Beverly Lanzetta, who closes us out with a prayer titled Canticle of Silence from her forthcoming book, A Feast of Prayers. This story comes from a retelling of a conversation that author Jay Freeney had with W.H. Auden over 50 years ago. I've learned a little in my life, he, being W.H. Auden, said. Not much, but I will share with you what I do know. I hope it will help. He lit a cigarette, looked at the ceiling, then said, I know only two things. The first is this. There is no such thing as time. He explained that time was an illusion, past, present, future. Eternity was without a beginning or an end, and we must come to terms with what underlies time, or exists around its edges. He quoted the Gospel of John, where Jesus said, Before Abraham was, I am. That disjunctive remark upends our notions of chronology once and for all, he told me. I listened, a bit puzzled, then asked, So what's the second thing? Ah, that, he said. The second thing is simply advice. Rest in God, dear boy. Rest in God. This story speaks to me, for I have the gift of stupid attention. Give me a book in a crowded train station, and watch me be transported to the Shangri-La of my mind, oblivious to an elephant parade inches away. But if you throw me into a conversation with 5 chatterboxes yapping over one another, you will bear witness to the cartoonish scene of steam whistling out of my ears. This natural makeup of my stupid attention reveals all sorts of pearls and shadows. The contemplative work of reorientating my stupid attention is trickier than tickling a housefly. Contemplation oils the gates of my attention when I go to the meditation cushion to spit shine my interior perception to the practice of objectless awareness. Daily I risk the monotonous task of self-emptying for a divine-centered life. To no one's surprise, this commitment puts my ego in a huff. My ego takes every opportunity to loosen or tighten, depending on his wobbly mood, the gates of my attention. This foolishness gets old, but what are you going to do? He's a humorless old pal who likes to play captain, so I carry on. This is just what the moment offers. I step up to oil the gate of attention in its current ramshackled conditions, from the boundless depths of perception to harness the vibrations of the God-infused present moment. I can hear W.H. Auden call out to me too. Rest in God, dear boy. Rest in God. Todd Davis, reading from his excellent book, In the Kingdom of the Ditch.
Dona nobis pacem. The moon grows from nothing to a porcelain sliver. The cat bloodies her feet against the screen, chasing moths. Our children sleep in the rooms above, while I drag a cloth across the red petals the cat leaves on the kitchen floor. I join you in the bed of this passing hour, knowing porcelain will again sift through the screen, and, again, moths will flood to it, light cut by their beating wings, which come morning our children will find in pieces.
One of my teachers, Beverly Lanzetta, takes us home with this prayer from her forthcoming book, A Feast of Prayers.
Canticle of Silence. In the flowering meadow, anointed by the morning dew, shyly as petals turn towards sun, you beckon. Shall I follow great silence? Shall I abandon the noise and the need for the aching longing within? You know me, I rejoice in solitude. I am sustained by emptiness. Nothing else holds. Why am I not content with the marking of time? Why do I resist the kiss of possession? You beckon, and I cannot say no. You betrothed me, great silence. Now I am never alone. Amen.
From this Advent outpost, a deep bow of gratitude and a glass raised high in the air to Todd Davis and Beverly Lanzetta. You can find Todd's work at todddavispoet.com. You can find Beverly's work at beverlylanzetta.net. That's spelled BEVERLANZETTA.net. In the near future, spoiler alert, you will find my conversation with Beverly Lanzetta on Contemplify just up around the bend. You can head over to contemplify.com to sign up for the monthly reading list and listen to past shows. And my thanks to all of you listening. May you have a shimmering Advent of the Christ that is always present and always coming. Thanks for your kind ears. And as always, my thanks to Charles Enns and Darren Hovius for providing Contemplify's theme music. This song is called Langside. Stay tuned for next week's Advent Outpost. Until then, be well.